Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy DEADMANVINCE back with another Black Clover mobile video. And today, what I have here for you is like some developer notes, I guess, or like developer comments or anything, whatever you want to call it. Direct word of mouth from the directors of the game, the developers of the game, to us, the community. And also, I just want to go ahead and say I'm going to link the Black Clover mobile Discord down below. Please do join up in there. People are dropping information like crazy in there. Anytime there's some information, somebody has found it, somebody has dropped it in there. If you want to stay updated on the game and you want to keep tabs on it, then I would definitely recommend that you join this Discord. Once again, that will be linked down below the video. But firstly, I want to say that this is a very good sign, I feel like, because we're getting a lot of information directly from the developers, even though the game is not out yet. So I don't imagine. Plus, you got to think about the fact that that man Jae Young Choi made the video as the CEO, showing his face, talking about, hey man, I'm proud to be here with my company, making this game right now, etc., etc. And honestly, I feel like once the game actually drops, there's going to be a lot of communication. And also, I feel like definitely if there was something in the game that we didn't like as a community, if we came together on YouTube and like talked about it, like Grand Cross YouTubers did, you know what I'm saying? Time and time again, there were things that they did that kind of broke the game, and the YouTubers fought for the community to get the game kind of back in its a repaired state. I feel like definitely that's going to help out quite a bit whenever this game does drop. So communication is going to be key because they're communicating with us now. It's a two-way bridge though. We got to also do some communication ourselves. But I'm going to go ahead and just start reading down like the bullet point list, and if it's self-explanatory, I'm not really going to go too deep into it. But if it's something that I feel like can be broken down a little bit more, then I'm going to go ahead and break it down. But let's go ahead and start with this first one here. The art director of VICGAMING Studios has a 15-year experience in the gaming industry. That's very good to see that he has 15 years of experience. Previously working on Netmarble's The Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, Dungeon and Fighter, and Durango at Nexon, and also Bless Online at NeoWiz Bless. Now, I've not heard of NeoWiz Bless, or Bless Online. I have not heard of Durango, but I think I've heard of Dungeon and Fighter before. Isn't that, I'm pretty sure that was a pretty popular one, was it not? And then obviously you all know Grand Cross. Probably. If you're watching this video, you probably know Grand Cross. And if you haven't, just check it out. It's a fire game. Just, they're money hungry. Netmarble is another language for money hungry. Don't let them fool you. An avid fan of games and cartoons, he started his career in a time when the comics market was at its infancy and webtoon was yet to be around. See, I like stuff like that, man, because when I was younger, obviously I wasn't so young that I was before comics. I'm only 22, but even still, like, I was still trying to get knowledge of comics, but I know for a fact that, like, in America, anime was not popping to that point just yet. You find random manga laying around. Like, I remember back when manga used to be in the school library, you could find it, but then they finally took it out because they realized that manga necessarily isn't the most child-friendly stuff. Like, I have a friend who used to read Naruto. He used to check it out from the school library, and they realized that motherfuckers was like fighting and shit, and he stopped checking it out. But you could always find manga at your local library type of shit too. You just had to look in the right sections. But it's just cool that there are people like that, you know, who are just like, yo, I've loved this even when everybody was hating on this, and you know, I still love it to this day. Like, that's how it is. And webtoon not being a thing, it's just weird to think like we've been, because you hear your parents say, man, I remember back in my day, blah blah blah, like this used to be a thing, or this used to be a thing. We look at them like they're crazy, but now we're starting to be in that age where we're just like, bro, you remember when this used to be a thing? We're to that point now in our lives. I feel like this generation of people in my age bracket, you know what I'm saying? Originally a designer of realistic style themes, his interest in anime style started when working on the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross over at Netmarble. So from that right there, what I'm gathering, what I'm thinking is, right, because I've seen some of the other games, like Black Desert, I believe, and then there's another one that I can't remember the name of right now, but they are realistic style games, and they do look very good graphically. Like, the games, like how do you guys keep talking about they're going to pay very close attention to detail? I'm definite they're going to do that. Like, honestly, I believe them wholeheartedly because I've looked at their other games, and their other games do look very good, graphically at least. And now that I'm reading this, I'm thinking maybe not Black Clover per se was in the works already way back. It could have been though, because Black Clover was rising in popularity low key, like behind the scenes, I feel like. But possibly this man was probably working on realistic style games, and then I'm feeling like he probably saw the how the anime game market was going, and then he was like, you know what, let me try to get my hands on a game that's up and coming. Probably put his hands on Grand Cross, got the experience that he needed, and now he's good, and now he's going to take that video, Now he's going to take that knowledge that he's acquired and go and make his own little game. The next bullet says, the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross was developed using Unity, but Black Clover Mobile is crafted on Unreal Engine 4. I'm going to be honest. I'm not 100% on game engines necessarily. Like I know of different game engines, but I'm not really too well versed in which game engine is higher than the other. I'm pretty sure Unreal Engine 4 is like fire, right? Because I've heard people talk about Unreal Engine 4 all the time. I've even heard of people download like if you have Epic Games, you can literally download Unreal Engine 4, I'm pretty sure, Unreal Engine or something like that, and you can low-key make your own games, can you not? So I feel like maybe the technology might be more free-form. They might have more freedoms to do things than you can do in Grand Cross. I could be wrong. You could have a lot of freedoms in Unity, because I remember Unity has been around forever. I remember playing Fusion Fall back in the day as a youngin', bro. And Unity was like the game, or Unity developed that, correct? Like Unity, I'm pretty sure Unity was a logo that popped up every time you opened up for Fusion Fall. But I mean, Fusion Fall played well, especially for an older game. It was definitely fun. It was pretty stiff, but I mean, hey, Unreal Engine 4 might be the wave for this game. Let's go ahead and scroll down here. Also, guys, if you're enjoying these like little developer notes, I do have more videos where I kind of just like, it's not always directly about the game, more so about the behind the scenes, because you know I care about all aspects of it. If you guys want to check out my video where I do a little reaction to Jae Young Choi's interview, then I'll leave that up right here in the top right corner for you. But we're gonna keep reading these points real quick. The next one we got is the most important aspect when developing Black Clover Mobile is to preserve the original story, such as Asta having no magical powers in the process of him training hard and making new friends. Now, when it says this, I already know it's gonna stay true to the story. I mean, bro, look at 7 Deadly Sins. They stay true to the story in Grand Cross, like for the game. So I already expected as much. I'm not surprised by this. Also, when it says they're gonna focus hard on his process of him training hard, I feel like they might have maybe not a lot of character building, because everybody does not have to work out like Asta does all the time. But like, I feel like there might be a lot of like special dungeons based off of like different types of training that Asta's had to go through, different types of trial and tribulations. I don't know, maybe. We'll see when it gets here. Alright, the world of Black Clover is a magical world where all residents can use magic rather than just seeing and passing by. Players should feel like they are exploring the world of the original by walking around the town. In order to bring that feeling to life, the team tried to capture the smaller details from the original work in animation. Now this right here, this one's gonna be, I mean, they're just saying stuff that's on the surface, you know what I'm saying? You read it, you just, oh, okay, there's gonna be extra details, blah, 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 but like, what details are they talking about, really? Like, what little extra details they're gonna put in to really give it that extra touch? But also, I did notice in the background, like, where in Grand Cross, you have a lot of people in the town, but they're like all static, and like maybe sometimes you'll have like one moving around or something like that. This game looks like all the background NPCs in the town are all moving and whatnot. Now, you know how you pick up side missions from the different characters in Grand Cross. I'm definite that's going to be an aspect in this game as well, because why would you have all these NPCs and not make use of them? That's just wasting assets for your game, I'm pretty sure. So definitely the NPCs are going to have side missions and shit like that. How the side missions will look, I'm not too sure. Will they be tedious where you have to do the same mission multiple times like Grand Cross? I don't know. I don't really care as long as they unlock auto battle for me, so I don't have to literally sit through that tedious process like every single time. And even still, I'm still gonna sit through the process if I really have to for a little bit. I'm gonna sit through the process because there'll probably be free summon currency in the mix, whatever the summon currency is gonna be called. I don't even know yet. But let's see. Majority of the development team are already fans of Black Clover manga and anime series. That's very good. One thing that I say about anything that you do in life, do not do it unless you are passionate about it. Now, it would have been okay if everybody wasn't a fan of Black Clover, because literally the what am I trying to say here? It's okay. It would be okay if they weren't fans of Black Clover, because as long as they love developing games, they're gonna put their heart into it. They're gonna put their all into it. But we are lucky enough to have a development team that's already a fan of the Black Clover franchise, manga and anime series. So not only do we have people who watch the anime and who enjoy the anime, who want to make sure that they can give you the truest representation of that, but you also have people who read the manga, and you know, you got people probably at the company that are just sitting there like, oh man, I can't wait till we get to this point that's in the manga. So you got people who are going to be making sure the game is looking good off rip. Then you have more people who are thinking necessarily, oh man, I can't wait for the future points in this game, and they're sitting on it, because you know, maybe they have their little board meeting like, all right, what should we do for this unit, blah blah blah. Then it's like, oh, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. Everybody throws out ideas, and there's going to be that one guy. There's gonna be that one guy who's been thinking about this shit hard. He's gonna be like, no, do this shit. And then the developers are gonna look and be like, yo, that's fire. You get a promotion. I don't know how easy it is to get a promotion in the gacha game industry. I was just kidding about that. But let's see. The team is considering a PC version right now, as it is simple to do so via Unreal Engine 4, but this has not been confirmed yet. Now, peep this, right? They're gonna do a PC version. What I'm reading this, I'm not reading this as a maybe they'll do a PC version, maybe not. What I'm reading this as is there's going to be a PC version. It's just a matter of when do we drop it, because one, it's on Unreal Engine 4. I just told y'all, you can literally go on Epic Games, just to make the point. Literally open up Epic Games right now on your computer, go to Unreal Engine, and you can legit download Unreal Engine, and you can like make your creators across all industries have something to do, celebrate industry. Yep, you can literally make your own games with Unreal Engine, make your own like little 3D models, all kinds of stuff. So Unreal Engine 4 already on PC. We can really download it as consumers. So it would be very easy to make a PC version. The fact that they threw that in there, like they're just like, yo, we really gonna do this. We gonna do this. We just don't know yet. And when it says this is not gonna be confirmed, I feel like more so this should really say there's no release date. Because why would you not make a PC version? Look at a lot of big gacha games right now. Grand Cross has a PC version as well as a mobile version. My Hero has the mobile version. That's not what I meant to say. My Hero only has the mobile version, I'm pretty sure. But Genshin Impact has mobile, PC, and it also has console versions. Now, it's a lot of time in industries, whoever is taking the top spot in that industry, all the smaller spots, or not smaller spots, but all the lower spots, and not necessarily way lower, but like, I'm not saying that Genshin is higher than every other gacha game, but I'm saying like Genshin is still going. It's still flourishing. You know what I'm saying? So is Seven Deadly Sins. Both of these games, you have to take things from your predecessors and bring them to your own game so you can make your game as best as you can without copying things. But PC clients is not a thing that was done by one company. Like, everybody makes games for the PC. So it's not like you're stealing this idea from anybody. So it would be detrimental to yourself to not make a PC version, because you already know people are going to be playing on the emulator anyway. I'm not going to say who plays gacha games on a phone anymore, because that's still like a lot of the people in the world. But like, you know how many people actually play gacha games on emulators these days, bro? Like, they gotta put this on the PC at some point. They're going to. Alright, the mission of VICGAMING Studio is to make games not just for South Korea, but the global audience. That is beautiful. We're gonna have a global version of the game. We already knew we were gonna have a global version of the game, because literally the game, first of all, the trailer for the game dropped, and so far, what I found, 3 languages: Korean, Japanese, English, all at the same time. And they dropped not only the full 4-minute trailer, but also dropped the 1-minute 30-second trailer as well. So we already knew that they were planning to go global with this. Just a matter of how soon they're going to go global with this. Now, I've seen a lot of different speculation. People are saying that global and Japan, and I guess now Korea, are all going to drop at the same time. But also people have been saying that Japan and Korea, I guess, will drop first, and then global will come afterwards, which is usually how it goes. Now, if global will drop at the same exact time as all these games, that would be perfect, because I'm still willing to play the Japanese version myself. I can just translate stuff. I don't really care. But it's like, if the global version drops, that just takes out an extra step for a majority, not a majority, well, basically a majority of the player base, I feel like, because global, there are more people in the world altogether besides Japan than just people in Japan and Korea. So definitely, they would want to put that on a global stage as soon as possible, I feel like. Maybe, and I can see them not being like money hungry, and they're just like, oh, it's cool, we don't really care, we're just gonna wait to make sure we can perfect the global version. But it's like, if you already have the Japanese version, and you just need to translate the words over and put out the global version and just copy the shit, then I mean, what's the problem? Plus, if all the versions of the game drop, the game is always gonna be hype. No, you have no people sitting there like, yo, I already know what's coming, I'm gonna just skip that because I know something else is coming. Like, you won't have that. If the games all drop at the same time, everybody's hyped all the time. Okay? VICGAMING Studios actually started working on creating an original IP game, Breakers. Before Pearl Abyss investment, The developer is now working on that and also Black Clover Mobile. The majority of the resources are focused on the latter first. So they had a game that they were just gonna make their own original game. Then Pearl Abyss invested. They started working on Black Clover and their other game. But Black Clover is getting more of the funds. It's getting more of the funds. Sorry, I had to check my phone there for a second. So that's very good. I'm just, man, everything I'm reading right here just shows that they're putting a lot of care into this game, man. I just don't want this to be bad. I just want it to be a good game, man. I just need something to play, dude. I just need some good representation for Black Clover in the gaming industry, in the gaming market. I like Quartet Knights, but I've seen plenty of people say Quartet Knights is ass, but I love that shit. It's fun. I'm not gonna say I love it. I've only played like the training challenges. I haven't really played the story mode all the way through, but I started it. I like it. I like how it plays. It's kind of fun. It's fun. Especially when you start to play as other characters and you realize how everybody's playstyle is very diverse. Cutscenes in Black Clover Mobile will not be forced onto players and will be skippable. Good stuff. That's literally how it was in Grand Cross. You can skip cutscenes. Breakers, the original IP game, is actually inspired by Makoto Shinkai. It is a real-time action game with more information to be announced later. Give me 1 second. I low-key want to look up who Makoto Shinkai is. I was looking up Mario Leona's voice actor. Ignore that. Just to see who else she voice acted as. I felt like her voice sounded kind of familiar, but I guess I was wrong. Makoto Shinkai is Makoto Shinkai, known as Japanese animator, filmmaker. What is his? He made Your Name in Weathering with You. Okay. Oh, I've heard of 5 centimeters per second as well, but I haven't watched it. I need to watch all these movies. But nah, this dude makes like slice of life type, I guess, anime films, or maybe not slice of life, but like kind of like romance with like a little twist on it type of deal, or just like little adventure stories. I like stuff like that. But yeah, Breakers was inspired by that, man. With more information to be announced later. Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's cool, bro. You can have your game, Breakers, bro. Just make sure Black Clover takes priority, though, because I'm not playing with y'all, bro. I'm not sleeping on this. I need this game to be gas. Black Clover Mobile is scheduled for a launch in 2022, and Breakers in 2023, though no specific regions were mentioned. So, it's because when I was reading this just now, I was reading this in my head before I read it out loud, and I thought it said no specific release is mentioned. But now that I'm looking at this, I see that Black Clover is, I mean, obviously we knew it was scheduled for 2022, but that means that they already have a date. If they don't say, if they would have said Black Clover Mobile is scheduled for a launch in 2022, no release date has been determined yet, or something like that. They would have said something like that. I feel like if there was literally no release date determined, but I think a release date is determined. I'm telling y'all, man, the first day the Twitter dropped, I saw February 2022 up there. I'm not saying the game is gonna drop right there, but it might be very close. It might be like, it could be early March. You never know. The game could drop in February. We never know. I have no idea, bro. I saw somebody say January 17th. I was like, yeah, there's no damn way that's happening. You're out of your mind. But yeah, that's all these developer notes here, man. And honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with this, man, and I just want them to keep giving us more information like this, just feeding us information, man, because that's the best thing you can do with your community, is just feed them as much information as possible so we can stay in the loop and know what's going on with this at all times. But if you guys like this video, then definitely leave a like down below. You can also comment down below, let me know what you think of these notes, and let me know what else you want to hear from the company, what else you want to see. And you can subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I will be non-stop with these updates. Every time I see some information, man, I'm gonna hit YouTube. I'm gonna let y'all know, bro. So hit that notification bell so y'all get notified every time I drop some shit, bro, because I'm excited for this, man. I'm passionate about it. So y'all only hear good things from me. And if we get some beat news, I'm gonna spit that too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take our L's to the chin and just keep walking. You feel me? But that's gonna be it for today. It's your boy DEADMANVINCE. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are ready for this game, bro. Hope you guys are excited. That's gonna be it for this video. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.